Hello everybody and welcome to this guide and tutorial for the Golden Shot. Difficulty level is hard and we are going to take a look at the Wiseacre Ranch version. It's always very interesting for me as a content creator to dig into a complete new one and not someone that has been reshuffled since before. But before we start, make sure that you do hit the thumbs up button. Also subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. Those of you that are playing Master Division in the upcoming 9-hole cup, the Mirage 9-hole cup, whatever Patreon package you do have, even if it would be the lowest package that we do have, you will get that possibility to use our qualifying round guide for Master. So if you want to test the best guide for Master out, then you go to patreon.com/golf-tommy, link directly in the description down below. Obviously, we do have other guides as well for Pro and Expert and also Tour guides, so check that out as well. So let's take a look at the one that we're gonna play. It's hole number 2, I think it was. Yeah, it's hole number 2, and this one we played a rough bump almost every single time. But in the guide, we're not gonna play a rough bump, and you maybe could guess why, or maybe you could not. But the reason why is because playing the rough bump from front tee requires, in my opinion, at least a side spin 3, or you're gonna have some wind angles where, you know, you're not gonna be close to hole because you're not gonna get the direction with the side spin as the wind is gonna push your ball away. And, you know, with other winds, you're gonna lay so close to the rough line that a minor great ball is gonna miss the rough, and then you're not gonna get a chest at all. But now we're gonna have 2 versions for you. You can see above here we're gonna play with either the Golden Wood Club or Golden Long Iron. We're gonna dig into that more in a bit. First and foremost, when it comes to the Golden Shot, you can win the Obsidian chest for the hole-in-one. We do have the Amber chest for the yellow ring, a Crimson chest for the red ring. Then we do have the Aqua chest for the light blue ring and Cobalt chest for the dark blue ring. More questions about the Golden Shot or answers you can get by pressing the question mark to get to the frequently asked questions about the Golden Shot. If you do have more questions or you experience an error, then you press the contact us button that is on the top right, this one there. Alright, so let's take a look at the landing position here before we go into the more detail in terms of the adjustment. And when it comes to this version here, we're gonna play 2 ways. In any headwind, we're gonna play a no movement. And if you don't know what a no movement are, a no movement is when you don't touch your target. So you're not gonna search for a specific landing position. You're just gonna leave the target where it is when it's your turn. Then after that, you set spin, you adjust as normal, and then take your shot. So a no movement is super duper easy to follow because once again, you don't really have to do anything to find that landing position. But this is only in headwind. Because if we are going to play with a wood club in tailwind or just a minor tailwind and crosswind, then we're going to have a problem. And now I've already said that we're gonna play this one only in headwind, but we're gonna play this one obviously in headwind and crosswind. So headwind and crosswind with wood club, no movement. Tailwind, we're gonna play this way. So we're gonna play with our long iron, and to give you a simple thing to follow here is that you're gonna put your target in complete max distance, and you're gonna have the right side of the yellow ring by the rough line. It doesn't matter if you add spin before or after, it's gonna be this spot that you're gonna look for. So max position with your long iron with the yellow ring to the right by the rough line. We're gonna play with a Golden Wood Club minimum distance with a 10% over adjustment, and with a Golden Long Iron it's maximum distance with a 10% over adjustment. We do have the VPR table on the right hand side. As you can see, we only have one VPR table, but I'm gonna try to mix between them two depending on what shot we have, so we can follow along that one nicely. So this one to the right here now is the one for headwind and crosswind, and then this is the one when it comes to tailwind. So it's a little bit different when it comes to the adjustment, but somewhat very close at the same time. But let's take a look at the videos here, and we're gonna start off with shot number 1. I have 6 shots for you, and we start off here with having a little headwind. So I'm gonna change that to VPR table number 2, this one. So no movement, we don't touch the target at all. 3.5 backspin and 1.2 bars of side spin to the left is what I'm using. 6.3 miles per hour is 2.7 rings, and the 2.7 rings is gonna be pulled over the bullseye. Very important. So I start at the red line, which is 2 rings, then I pull over the bullseye to get myself the 2.7. Adjustment is done, center the ball. I do talk about that a lot, but it's so crucial to center the ball properly so you don't have any accidental curl or overpower or underpower for that matter, because that will all have an effect on your shot. And you may think that's silly, but you know, if we want to get close and we want to get that hole in one, that is a thing that we do need to make sure that we do correct. We got some Berserker balls in the end, which is somewhat what we're looking for here for the golden shot. Now, headwind once again. Similar type of wind, just that the direction is a little bit more headwind this time. So I'm going to use 3.2 bars of backspin, and I'm using 1.2 bars of left spin. And 5.2 miles per hour gives us a total of 2.2 rings. And once again, we're going to pull over the bullseye. Pull over the bullseye, 2.2 rings. You can see that I took my time to really make sure that I'm having a straight pull angle, which also is an important thing. Playing with a big 1159 or a 1201 where the wind arrow is not straight up pointing to north, that's also gonna have a big effect. Hit perfect, and we just burned that edge a little bit too hot maybe to stay inside the yellow ring, but super duper close. We kind of need to have a little bit extra speed for the ball to reach towards the pin at least. But you know, we want to stay in the yellow ring if we do miss. But could have been a red ring if we would be having one left to get. Now, shot number 3. So we move on, and now we do have, again, we do have headwind. So we're gonna play some tailwinds as well, trust me on that. 3.5 backspin, and we move up, and we go, in this case, with 1 and a click of left spin, trying to find the correct left spin here to get this one correct. Again, it's a no movement when it comes to headwind and crosswind. Changing again to go a little bit more with 1.2, and 5.1 is somewhat, not somewhat, but it's close to the lowest wind that we can get here in the golden shot. Center the ball, very important, and make sure to not time out. The last 10 seconds goes quicker in the golden shot than what it does in regular tour play. Bounce on the fairway up towards the pin, and once again I'm overusing the side spin. I should have went with the side spin I had at start, but getting a yellow ring here. Let's see here what we can get as content in the chest. Obviously here I'm looking for the epics, which is the most important part for me. Endbringer is not bad, but I'm only 3 cards away from level 7 Apocalypse. Now, right, we're gonna go one more headwind type of wind, but from other direction before we move over to tailwind. 3.5 bar backspin, and I'm using 0.8 bars of side spin to the right. Again, no movements, I'm not touching my target until it's time to adjust the ring. 6.6 miles per hour gives us 2.8 rings. Pull over the bullseye, press take shot button, center the ball, and hit perfect. And this shot will always be close. Perfect ball. You see, we bounce on the fairway up towards the pin. We love when the camera does like that, then we know it's going to be close. And we take a 180 into the hole. Brilliant. Love that. Right, hole in one. Let's see what we do get as content in our chest. Obsidian chest is the one that we get. We do have Apache, we do have Young List, Yuck, that's real crap, Quarterback, Grizzly, and some Berserkers in the end. Alright, now we're gonna see on 2 Tailwind Shots. Obviously, we cannot miss that. So we're gonna change the VPR table to this one that you do have there on the right. You can see that I'm starting in complete max distance, yellow ring by the rough line to the right. 1.2 bars of topspin. And I'm using just a click of side spin to the right, because this is an in-between angle. This is not really straight tailwind, but it's not really a northwest wind either. So 6.4 miles per hour gives us 3.8 rings, and once again we're gonna pull over the bullseye. So we start at the blue ring, ending up there, which is 3 plus 0.8, which is 3.8. Center the ball, hit perfect, and I would say that I haven't really find a way where it's gonna be better to play Tailwind or Crosswind or Headwind. I feel that both of them are equally solid. Right that pin for a beautiful hole-in-one here in Tailwind. And now we're going to take a look at what content we're getting in this chest. Let's see if we can't get something a little bit better than the Young List as an epic card, or epic cards. Runner, Malibu, we do have Boomerang, crap, that's so crap. But let's go to the final shot. We do have Tailwind again, different angle, northeast this time. And we're setting it up the same way. Start a complete max, yellow ring to the rough by the right, or yellow ring to the right by the rough. 1.5 bar top spin here. So I'm increasing the top, sorry, 1.4 top spin is what I'm, and 0.2 bars of left spin. Adjust and pull over the bullseye, 6.4, which is the same wind we had the last time, I think. At least we adjusted 3.8 rings according to the table. Perfect ball after centering the ball properly. Bounced nicely on the fairway, comes in here. And we kind of, once again, we like when the camera does like this. Once again, right that pin with a different angle in Tailwind. So that was nice. So 3 all-in-ones, 1 Headwind and 2 in Tailwind. And, you know, maybe it could have added a slightly different angle in Headwind as well. But now you can see, this is an issue, obviously. It failed. I didn't get that chest. Trust me, I didn't get that chest because this was the first shot I actually took. So I got to replay everything again. Now I luckily got a hole-in-one, but I'm gonna send in a ticket because that's obviously not okay. So make sure you do that and you use the question mark button on the top right there, send in a ticket. So ladies and gentlemen, here we do have the lovely text guide made by Tony Richards. So make sure that you do subscribe to his channel. You do have the link in the description down below. We start on the left side, which is the green side. No move target, don't touch the target until it's time to adjust the rings. Direct crosswind coming left to right, the 3.8 backspin, 1.5 bar left spin, wind coming right to left. With crosswind, 3.8 backspin, 1 right side spin. Wind coming left to right with headwind, 3.2 backspin, 1.2 left spin. Wind coming right to left with headwind, 3.2 backspin and 0.5 right side spin. Direct headwind, 3 backspin and half a bar of left spin. We move over to the right side of the text guide, which is the red side, from Absolute Max Club with the yellow ring by the rough on the right. We do have direct tailwind, 1.2 top spin. And then we do have wind coming left to right with tailwind, 1.4 top spin and 0.2 left spin. Wind coming right to left with tailwind, 1.4 top spin and 0.2 right side spin. Have in mind that if you do have a wind angle that is somewhat in between the wind angle descriptions that we do have on the text guide, feel free to tweak, because that you need to do to maximize the result when you do play the golden shot. So there we do have it, ladies and gentlemen. The text guide can be found on golfclashtommy.com, where you can find a lot of other great content as well, for free obviously, and also in the description down below as always. Make sure to comment and let us know how it went for you, and if you have a backstory of having a problem following the golden shots, make sure that you do have the screen recorder on and record your shot and send it in to us so we can help you out to pinpoint where you did maybe something wrong, because it's not just one shot that we do make this guide on. We do this shot that is 50 plus shots for every single golden shot. So it's very important that if you have an issue to follow it, then we want to help you out to make sure that you maybe not gonna struggle in the future. So in the end, a massive thank you for watching, and I wish you the absolute best of luck in the golden shot.